Alright guys, for those of you that follow my channel, you'll notice that I put up a video a couple days ago or a week ago, whatever, about a summary of someone else's work. And I just wanted to reiterate, I didn't mean to put it up to make anybody look bad, and I think I probably had that tone when I put the video up. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit bitter just because the guy beat me to a job that I was planning on doing. I was even going to go do it one day and I ran out of time, but it doesn't matter. Since I do it as a hobbyist, I've got more work lined up than I can even keep up with, so it's fine. But the point being that the video was made because I wanted to go and I wanted to see how other people were doing the work, to see if I could improve my own work and to see if I could learn from what they were doing. And it just so happens I found out who the guy was, and I've been talking to him quite a bit lately, and I think he made a video with a shout out to me, and so I got to give one to him too, to John Tucker, the American gangster. Doesn't look like a gangster to me, but I'll take it. Maybe someday I'll actually make a video where I show you all my face, but for some reason I feel all awkward doing it, but I swear I'm nothing strange. Anyway, so to make it even, I'm going to show y'all some of my own flaws. And I've talked to John since then, and we're on the same page. He explained everything to me that he's been doing, and I've talked to him about what I'm doing, and I hope to actually go on some jobs with him just so we can kind of work together. And the ultimate goal is to make sure that we as beekeepers and as semi-professionals or whatever you want to call us that do these removals, that we're all doing the best work we possibly can, be it being chemical free or having 100% success rate on the bees that we remove or whatever, because it's a very finicky job. There's a lot of risk involved. Probably from what I've brought home, maybe 50% of the colonies have remained with me. Either they've died out, or they've succumbed to small hive beetle, or they've swarmed back out on me because they just didn't like where I put them in the hives. So, I mean, there's a lot of risk involved in it. And, I think it's something that can be worked out, that we can all learn a lot from it and become better at it. So, anyway, I'm just going to show you a quick couple of my own flaws to show you all that I am not perfect either. So, starting off, this is a pile of cutout comb. It's been sitting on this screen box in my backyard for, well, at least since Memorial Day, and today is June 30th. So, over a month that it's been sitting out here, and my wife hates me for it. She thinks it's a absolute disaster, and it's just piled up here because I bring it home and there's honey left in it, and I put it out here for the bees to rob out. But now it's also been melting in the hot sun, and you can see it's pretty clean. What's left here, it's just older dark comb, but there's a lot of brood and mess in it, and then you can see it's actually kind of melted and then reformed, and it's just a disgusting mess, and I just haven't had time to melt it down and render it down like I want to. So right beside it we have all of my honey extraction equipment. I did an extraction a little over a week ago, and it was right before I left on vacation, so that's my only defense. But I put everything out here for the bees to clean it up, and I guess we got another honey flow going on because that's honey. Which, I mean, it looks disgusting because there's wax in it. But what happened was I had all the cappings in here, and the cappings melted in the hot sun and then dripped through. That's what all these chunks are. I mean, this is nice, pure beeswax. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that as far as quality. But again, try to get the camera to focus on it. But again, the point being, this stuff's set out here and it looks trashy. I know neighbors probably walk by and think I'm trash, but I mean, that's pure honey in there. Hasn't even gotten rained on, I don't believe. Maybe some dew, but the bees just don't want it. I don't understand. There's some dead ones in there that got stuck. But anyway, so that's flaw number 2, is I leave my stuff sitting out and it looks trashy and messy. Flaw number 3, of course, is getting more work than I can handle with my regular full-time job, my family. So I've got all these beehives sitting on the ground. This is not good. The wood's going to rot out fast being sitting on the ground like this. And also, they're crowded because look at all these girls here. They're hot. They want to get out. They got to breathe. And they're stuck in that small box. So I've been building boxes frantically when I have time to upgrade them. And I believe, since there's nobody at the back door, I think this colony has probably merged up inside and is now one colony. There's technically a divider in there underneath the rock. There's a lateral divider, but I'm sure they've joined forces now, which means I lost a queen. Either that or the ones that were on this half have swarmed out. But you can see there's ones in there too, and they're crowded. They're hot. This one swarmed out and left me. It's empty. These girls are crowded and hot. They're crowded and hot. These girls, they're okay. I know they've got space, but that's because the colony swarmed out. So I lost half my bees there. And in the cedar box there, I know they're crowded because they've only got space for 3 frames, unless they've managed to squeeze over into the other sides, but I don't think they have because there's no activity coming out of them. So all of these hives sitting here, every one of them, needs to be upgraded. And I've been building boxes. They're stacked in the garage. They're painted, ready to go. I just haven't had the time to upgrade them. That one's empty. It died out. That was the bees from the trap out in the boiler, which really didn't go well, in my own opinion. I would say it was a failure. But the bees were out of the boiler at least. So we got that much done, but I was not able to recover them like I hoped. And then we'll come over to my own bee yard. Now I think the bee yard is a little better. And again, let me trip over all my trash, and I watch other people's videos, and I think these people have a mess. Mine's even worse. I was so proud of this bee yard a while back, and I've just let it go to pieces. Again, because I'm too busy, I can't keep up with it. I've got a bunch of honeycomb in here that I let sit out because it was odd size or something, so I stuck it in there, but that was a box from a cutout job that died out on me. Actually swarmed out. Queenless swarmed out. And these colonies are all doing okay. This colony was my main. That's what I brewed my queens from. Really nice colony. They swarmed out. When I was doing my honey harvest, I actually found the swarm cells hatched and actually spotted the virgin queen. But they'd already swarmed the other half. That box clearly has gotten quite tall. That's 3 5-frame deeps and then 2 5-frame mediums. And what happened there was when I was doing my honey harvest off this hive, I got into that one to check, and they had pulled a full 5-frame deep of honeycomb, pure honeycomb, but they cross-combed it all. So as I started trying to work through there, I just made a huge mess of things. And so it was, 25 or 30 pounds of honey that I just lost because I couldn't harvest it because I hadn't maintained it properly. So again, poor maintenance. That one over there, cutout job, swarmed out. To be honest with you, I don't recall. I think at least one of these, I just looked at them a week ago, but I can't remember. At least one of them's empty. This one here has bees actively in the medium. I under-supered them with the deep, and they just won't move down. I don't know why. I have no clue why. So again, you can see I've got a mess. I've got stuff just sitting here on the ground. I've been working trying to put all this cardboard down and then put the mulch over it, and that's been several months in progress. So, I am not flawless. I just want to make that clear. I am pretty doggone good at growing green beans, though. If you guys have never seen these things, they're called yard-long beans. I just got to brag on the garden a little bit. They're called yard-long beans. They're not rare. I thought they were rare seeds. The guy gave them to me. He said they were, but they're not. But they're pretty cool. They taste just like a green bean, a little bit like asparagus. They're actually called an asparagus bean. But these things, no kidding, they'll grow up to 2 inches per day. They're incredible, just absolutely incredible. I planted 6 seeds here, and that was 2 seeds per spot, so for 3 plants, and then thinned them back. And you can see this monster bush that I have here, and it's just putting on like crazy. And I've already got, these pods in a week's time, these grew this big, and then dried up in a week's time. So I've already got seeds ready for next year. I just got to break them off and harvest them. They're already dried out naturally. I was out of town for a couple days, and so my garden has went to crap on me. I've got my zucchinis succumbed to vine borer, so they're toast. Even my peppers can't stand the heat. They're dying. So my carrots, I'm guessing they're probably woody. This one here is starting to flower on me. So there's probably some big carrots under there that are too tough and nasty, can't even eat. But strawberries are dying. Corn, that's what the raccoons have left me. So, again, just want to show this to y'all and just kind of admit my own faults. I am heartily sorry for what I did. So, but my brother-in-law just walked out here and busted me making this video, and he's making fun of me now. So I'm gonna cut it off. But John, I'm sorry, and I hope we get to work together sometime soon. We'll make it right.